Hello there everyone, I am here at the beautiful Sedona Estate winery, which is only 10 minutes down the road from Yea, and we are here today to have a chat with the winemaker Paul and his wonderful wife Sonia, and they're going to show us around the winery. So firstly, I'd love to know a little bit of history about the winery. What can you tell us?
Okay, so well, it's now 22 years. Which, it's also quite surprising how time flies. So 1997 we bought it from the original owner, Clive Nash, and it was a cattle property back then, and I saw the potential, certainly from a viticultural point of view, north facing, gentle slope, nice soils, rainfall was just right, sunshine was great. I'd even done a bit of a calculation on the hours of sunshine so that we knew what sort of reds we were going to do, and we have planted it all out to reds. Yeah, it was, that's thanks Cindy for your input. During the start though, it was a weekend enterprise, so we did the planting in '98 and then subsequently came up on weekends and did a little bit more and got irrigation in and worked the land a little bit, got the driveway in, organised some power and water and all your usual fundamental things that you need, yeah, then more recently, 2010, we got the winery finished so that we could do production on site. And then 2012, this was the original barn that I built in '99. In 2012, we had it converted and opened as a cellar door, so that we can do our wine tastings and as a bit of a visitor experience when people turn up and want to say good day.
And it is stunning
I like to think so.
Visit.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good view, especially on a day like this. It's a nice day, good weather, no wind. We always like those sorts of days.
So you really started from the ground up,
Absolutely.
Nothing out here?
No, we couldn't even actually drive in. So we had the original farm gate, which is in the middle, and we had a pretty old, rusty old car which just about made it up here. And in order to get onto the property, I used to carry gravel in buckets in the boot of the car, and just sort of put a couple of lines up the grass. And then get a bit of a run up, actually, see how far we get. Wherever the car stopped, that's when we'd bail out and then go and pitch a tent or work out what we're going to do that day.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, so a little bit different now, a little bit more progress.
Yeah.
But yeah, there wasn't even a driveway in or anything.
Yeah.
And
so to see what you've created here is incredible.
yeah, has changed a lot.
Yeah, you must be really proud of it.
I like to think so. Yeah, I'm more proud of the wines actually. I think they're starting to really form well, and that's a lot of that is about vine age.
Okay.
So the age of vines does play quite a big role, and there were many people have mentioned things like, well, you start really getting serious once you get to about 10 years of vine age, and then they start looking really good, and then of course at 20 years you've got this sort of next phase of maturity that. And then obviously there are vineyards around the world with much older vines, some hundreds of years old.
Wow, that's insane. And so, what is it that you love about wine?
Well, I love drinking it. That's the best part.
Yep.
And especially if it's good.
Yeah.
And you can really waste a lot of time drinking very ordinary wine, and we don't really have that much time when you really think about it. So yeah, life is too short to drink bad wine, as they say. And I do like wines to be reflect how they're made and where they're made. Often you can see a signature from the wine style, often from the winemaker as well. And definitely most wines will reflect their region. I think that we have a rather interesting terroir, so it's quite unique, and we benefit a little bit from isolation, so we're not quite in the mainstream like with the Yarra Valley or the Gambia Lakes or further north. It's a little bit of a little hamlet around here of vineyards that produce quite distinctive flavours and styles.
And is that because of the cooler climate?
Yeah, look, it is a cool climate region. With us, even though we're a little bit further north from the Yarra Valley, so we're 30 minutes north of Yarra Glen, thereabouts, and the weather does change. Normally you would expect things to get a bit warmer the further north you go.
As a winemaker, what is it that inspires you about wine?
So bringing out the difficult questions. I think this is probably I think it's about the next vintage.
Okay.
So always wanting to make that one better wine. Thinking that there is that awesome, super limited reserve out there, waiting to be made, waiting to be grown and picked and made, and you know that it's out there, and I guess it's sort of like you're inspired to always make better wines, always better than the previous years. Obviously we're up against a lot of restrictions in terms of Mother Nature, but you do try to make the best wine you can, and I think that's probably, it's that sort of drive, challenge, to always like to try and make a better wine each year, and then hopefully one year make one of those absolute crackers. That'd be inspirational.
What would you say is your best year yet?
We've had a few. So 2013 was awesome in more sort of recent recollection. 2015 was also really, really good. 2006 was amazing. Okay. I still have some 2006 reds, which every now and then on a very special occasion we'll grab out. And then in between we've had good years, and of course then we've had our run of really bad ones in the latter part of the first decade of 2000s, with frosts in 07, fires obviously in 09. And then 2010 we actually had a lot of rainfall, and it was cold, and then it got warm and the rainfall didn't go away. And so there were mildews and lots of fruit losses, and it was a disaster of a year. So hence we only made, I think, one wine in that year.
Wow. And what's coming next?
This year I've gone for some slightly alternative viticulture in terms of pruning technique, trying to reduce the crop even further, and aiming to produce more reserve style wines. Nice. We do have quite a decent amount of inventory already over the last few years, and so we can afford to concentrate on getting it this year, like really working on getting it just right. Bit of manicuring the vineyards and getting the fruit load and everything just right for just reserve styles. And then be nice if I can have a reserve and everything. It'd be really nice to have a reserve Sangiovese one year, because we have such a demand for it. We have good years and then really awesome years of Sangiovese. So it'd be nice to get something extra special from there.
Wow, lots to look forward to.
Yeah, it's always good fun. Yeah, I feel like I retired. When we started doing this and started making wine here in 2010. It's great to sort of come here to work rather than where I was going to work before, which was really felt like a job. This doesn't feel like a job. I'm having too much fun.
So this vineyard here, that's our new Sangiovese vineyard, and with a bit of luck, we might get a bit of fruit already next 2020 harvest. So we're hoping really that this vineyard might give us the fruit quality to produce a reserve one day. See the young shoots, and it's hard to imagine, but in a few weeks' time they'll be up here.
Wow.
Yeah.